You're watching Brainstorm Acres. I'm Henry. Today I'm going to be talking about how to control high-draw appliances like fans on your homestead. If you watched our videos on our greenhouse, you know that there's a high draw fan that we use to cool the greenhouse in the summertime. We used a controller that could be programmed with times to start and stop the fan. This is an electronic version. It works very well. The only problem with it is that it's a little sensitive to any kind of glitches in the power, and since we're all solar powered, we generate all the electricity ourselves, any kind of line interruptions will cause that unit to reset. So we used an old-fashioned mechanical timer. It's still run by electricity. It has a little motor in it that makes a disc go around, and you push in pins to turn the appliance off and on. It works very, very well. The only problem is it worked fine when the days were long and the temperature was always hot. And remember, we were gone for part of the summer, the hottest part of the summer. So we didn't want the fan to just run and suck all the power out of our batteries. So we used that timer. What's happened now is the days have gotten shorter, which means we don't have as much solar coming in. And more importantly, we just had a major drop in temperature. We're talking about 30 degrees drop in temperature in less than a week. So now we need to have a different way of controlling that fan. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use a thermostatically controlled unit that will turn on the power or turn the power off based on temperature. So it doesn't matter what the time of day is now, because we know in the evening the temperature is always going to be low enough that it's not going to be sucking the batteries dry. But when it gets warm, when it gets too warm in fact in the greenhouse, this unit will turn the fan on. The nice thing about that is we don't have to be here to watch it. It'll happen automatically. It's going to take a few small parts to do this job. I need a plug to go onto a piece of power cord, so I can plug this into an outlet. I need cord to go from the plug to this unit. And then I need an outlet. It's not real complicated. It takes a little bit of work to put it together. Now, this isn't a how to do it yourself. This is just what I'm doing. I have some electronics and electrical skills. I'm not a licensed electrician, and I'm not suggesting that you should do it this way. It does work. I encourage you strongly to observe all appropriate safety precautions if you're going to do anything like this at all. It is your life after all. Now I want this sensor unit to be about 6 feet from the plug. That's because I want to mount it on the upright in our greenhouse. I also want it to be up middle of the greenhouse so that it's getting a good temperature reading. Now that I have the wire cut, I'm going to put this plug on by stripping the end off the wire. Now I'm using a specialty tool to strip the coating off of these wires in order to connect it to the plug. You can do that with all manner of tools. You could just use a knife. I like using this. I've had it for a number of years because we did all the wiring in this house ourselves. And in fact, all the wiring on the homestead. Hundreds and hundreds of connections. All right, I have that assembled. Now it's time to attach it to this temperature sensor. Now these sensors are available in a lot of different configurations. This one has the ability to set the temperature that is going to turn the fan on from 60 degrees to 120 degrees, which is plenty for the greenhouse. Okay, we now have our temperature switch wired into the line. What I've done is I've used the hot lead, that's the black lead from the wire, connected it to one of the black leads in this temperature sensor. I run the white, that's the neutral, to the white that's on the other side, and I connect the ground to the body of the box. Now I'm going to go ahead and connect this outlet up so I can wire the whole thing together. You know, when you do this, you have to be careful not to cut the insulation in the wire that's in the bundle. If you do, you're going to have problems. Thanks for watching. I'll show you how it all works in a future episode. We'll compare the timer and the temperature controlled unit. Have a great day.